Hello, everyone, and welcome to a fantastic another episode of Was That in Good Taste presents Behind the Bar. I'm going to be one of your humble hosts of the evening, and my name is going to be Chandler Phillips, and with me, as always, is
James Beery. Woohoo!
And we got a real fun episode today where we are going to discuss fun little gifty gifts of the cocktail variety. They're not necessarily cocktails themselves, but they're the little things that our friends and family like to get for us during the holidays and around the gift-giving season to say, hey, I know you might have a problem, but you might make it a little bit more festive with this. Before we get into that.
Please remember to like, comment,
And subscribe.
Woo!
And now that we've done that homework,
The music's still going.
we got a good variety of stuff to try today. Sitting in front of us that we're gonna start off the episode with is Herb and Lou's infused ice cubes, brilliantly crafted cocktail mixers of blood orange and ginger in an old-fashioned kind of way. A little bit of info off the box here. Herb and Lou's infused cubes are a careful concoction of some of the best sourced ingredients from around the world. And that means A-grade cocktails with nothing but a shake or a stir. Our cubes are pre-mixed and ready to mingle with a variety of liquids and seltzer too. We like to call them almost ready-made cocktails. Just add your favorite hooch. And that's exactly what we're going to do today.
That's exactly what we've done.
So traditionally, what it says here to do on the box.
Oh, can I open it?
Yeah, check it out. Is we have these here little, they almost look like Jell-O shot kind of things. And they say, Herb and Lou's infused cubes. This one is the Cooper edition. And I believe that refers to the flavor of blood orange, ginger, old-fashioned. We each have set ourselves up with a scooch of hooch that is going to be of the Redemption Rye variety, along with a set of rocks just to keep it all cool and refreshing.
Why they're rocks?
Why
is there rocks?
Well, so
Why are you pouring this in instead of dropping an ice cube?
it does say infused cubes, and it does say that you're supposed to like freeze them first, and then like you would drop in the ice cube in the drink and then shake it like ever so vigorously, so that way it turns into a cocktail like as the ice cube melts. We said, who's got that kind of time? We gotta freeze a thing just to melt a thing? Oy vey. So instead, we got the cold cubes, we got the hot rocks, the whiskey, the orange, the raw cubes. Did I already say cube? I've already mentioned the cubes. The cubes is loose. They're low calorie, naturally flavored. What else can I say about these that hasn't already been said time and time again?
He's like, what else can't I say that's not on the package? You and Lou's infused ice cubes.
For two cool dudes who are getting in the moods.
Ooh, no attitudes.
Just couple of brews.
Don't send me no lewds.
Or
Unless it's consensual.
we'll end up in the news.
How's this taste? Please, God, I've already formed my opinion.
You've imbibed?
I've formed my opinion,
Oh.
and I would prefer if you gave your opinion first,
Oh, God.
because I don't want to be a downer.
Oh, God. Okay.
I don't want to be a downer. I don't want to be a downer fella.
Okay. That does vaguely taste like an old fashioned. I don't dislike any of the flavors that are happening in this. I'll say that. This is a good tasting drink, albeit I did kind of let it get a little too watered down, and that's on me. You popped yours in the freezer. That was a smart guy idea. That was some big brain moves. I let this one get a tad bit too watery, but the blood orange, the ginger, these are fun flavors to add with a rye whiskey. That being said, I do think it's tasty. However, it is an echo of what you expect an old fashioned to
Echo.
be. It is.
The space was a little too long there, right?
Mm-hmm. It was a big cavern.
It was a big cavern.
You can tell how big a cavern is based on how long the echo takes to get back to you. And that is on
How much was
socks.
this?
It was a gift. That's the thing. We don't ask price here. We don't ask how. We ask how many. We got 6 cubes in here for. It was a gift. These both were gifts. We got ones that are liquid, or liquid cubes that are juiced or infused with stuff.
Infused cubes?
Infused cubes that are on the loose and nothing but bad news
They have bad attitudes.
and bad.
I'm just there with attitudes today.
And then
I'm mad at these. Okay, I'm just angry.
you're mad at that.
I'm angry.
What's your vibe? Who's Scrooged in your goose?
All this paper, all this plastic. For how many ounces is this?
I think they're like
5 ounces.
5 ounces
total.
apiece. Total.
This is 5 ounces total.
It's not 5 ounces a cube.
No, it's 0.85 ounces.
Oh my
Okay, look at what you get, the little plastic thing with the plastic top.
Yes, but look at how Great Gatsby.
Then you take it and then you put it into the freezer. Then you have to take it and you have to shake it. You have to shake it until it completely melts. And then once it's completely melted, you have a cocktail.
It does seem like a bit of taking 2 steps forwards to 1 step back, or take like.
That's why I asked how much it was. Because if it's cheap, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this as a gift.
I think it's fun. I think it's thoughtful.
Somebody gave it to me for free. I mean, I'm having it for free, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
If
I
the
re-gift
ga-
it to you.
yeah, if the gauge is, if it's free, will I take it and will I like it? The answer is yes. The answer is it's free. I'm having it. I like it.
Now, if there was a person in your life who, say, worked in the spirits industry or even in the food service nightlife industry, would you think that this would enhance their cocktail experience, or do you think that this is just kind of a novelty item?
This is more of a novelty item. This is, I think, with respect, seems like the kind of item you would find in Marshall's. You know, and like the aisles full of random stuff, like random kitchen things. This stuff's not
You said
bad.
Marshalls. I was thinking like Cost Plus or World Market.
Oh, yeah.
Like something that's like, it has kind of a similar vibe, but also has like wildly fetishist stuff in it, but not like kink fetish, but like
Because we like that.
yeah, that's a-okay. Kink fetish, fun. But like where white people go to get like African masks to like decorate their apartment to be like, look, I'm worldly. See, I have a globe from like from a 1700s depiction of the world where like Great Britain is actually in a weird Mercator projection to be the center of the globe.
I found this. I think it's a slave shackle.
Oh, how delightfully artisanal.
What did she say? She said, I like to think that my family was on the good side.
That
They were helping like Harry. They were like helping with the emancipation.
I like to think that they were part of the Underground Railroad, and they actually took this slave collar off of one of the escapees,
I free you.
and they kept it, you know, to throw him off the trail. Yeah, no, this is it's fun, it's cool.
I got an opinion. One more. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
One of my gauges for things like this:
yeah.
is this good for a person who does not enjoy alcohol?
Ooh,
Right? Can you make a mocktail with this?
Well, it does say to add to seltzer, and I think that would actually make a delightful mocktail.
Okay,
If you're
okay.
someone who enjoys like a bitters and seltzer kind of drink, I think that this would be kind of fun. And
I give it a pass.
you give it a pass?
That's good.
Okay. Oh,
Thumbs up. It passes.
it passes.
Pass or fail only here.
I think it kind of reminds me of like when you get hot cocoa like kits or something, where it's like, here's a deluxe hot cocoa where it's got like a little white chocolate snowman with like the cocoa is on the inside of the snowman, or like one of those things where you got to pour then the hot milk over the thing and it melts the ball and then like a bunch of marshmallows come out and it looks really cool, and you like kind of save it like for a year because you're like, well, I don't want to have this right now. I want to save it for a special occasion. But then a year goes by and the chocolate starts getting a little like that kind of powdery stuff on it, which doesn't mean it's gone bad. It's just not it oxidized a little bit. It's just a little less fresh than and the marshmallows are just a tad bit stale. And you're like, this was a fun experience. And I get to kind of nostalgically look back on where I was last year when I first received the gift. But the gift itself isn't necessarily like, oh man, this is deluxe, like this is hitting all the taste buds that I want it to hit.
You're eating year-old stale marshmallows? You think about what's in them. I don't think you'd want to do that, right?
Yeah. I eat what?
I've eaten worse.
I've eaten worse than stale
Bend over,
marshmallows, buddy.
Bend over, cough.
I've eaten more than just a stale marshmallow.
I like this. I think Herb and Lewis infused ice cubes is fun. This is what I'm really excited for. I'm excited for this. I have to look at it because it's your gift. Tea-Spressa Luxe Sugar Cubes. Classic cocktail set, which has 3 sleeves of Luxe Mini sugar cubes. Whereas you take it, you put it into a glass, you muddle it, and you add liquor.
So it says on it that
water, a little water.
You'd water like about a teaspoon or so. However, in my experience, there's 3 different things in there. There's a old fashioned, there's a Manhattan, and then there's a Moscow Mule. I think the old fashioned is a lot better without any water, without any additional watering down. I think because what we look for in a good old fashioned is something that is mainly a whiskey that's just been slightly sweetened and marginally enhanced by the bitters. And I think what the sugar cube does is it slightly sweetens and marginally enhances an already decent whiskey. You want to try it out?
I definitely want to try it out.
All right.
I think it's funny. I love this. This is be like us, but don't. We're stress testing this, right? Because we're not exactly doing it like it says here.
I'm so fucking
where you're supposed
stressed.
to take it, muddle it, shake it with like the water and ice, and then strain it into another glass. We're effectively gonna just muddle it in these glasses, right?
Yep.
You want to dump that ice?
That's the plan. Yeah, let's dump it.
You can just, I guess. I got a clean cloth here. Just.
I mean, you want me to dumpy?
It's already damp. It's already wet.
I'm gonna throw this dumpy in that.
Unless if you're gonna get rid of it. If you're gonna get rid of it, there you go.
All right.
It was already damp.
Okay. All right.
Now I have his DNA.
So off screen here, we got a couple of options for what we want to chase. I think we should do the old fashioned first. Actually,
I'm down to do the old fashioned.
We'll do the tried and true first because I think the old fashioned is the most old reliable. We got a
Damn, it's gonna be warm.
A cherry infused whiskey. The glass is cold.
Fuck it.
Or we got Redemption Rye. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What's your prerogative?
You pick. I don't give a shit.
Oh God.
Fuck it. 2 tears in a bucket.
You know what? We're gonna do this cherry whiskey. I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be a fun thing for us.
The Continental Cherry Whiskey that I got from that liquor store in Reading Market. If you go to Philly and you go to Reading Market, there's one liquor store there. Everything there's from Philly. That's where I got it from.
And I kind of like this. It comes out in a sleeve, but it's like an open face sleeve so that you can actually like pick out the exact one that you want.
Oh,
these sugar cubes are kind of soft.
Oh, it is kind of soft. Smells interesting.
Almost like wow, I'm kind of surprised. If this were a brown sugar, it would have kind of gotten stale.
Oh, no, we have no jigger either, huh? No jigger.
Oh, that's good.
But too late. Hit me with
Oh, that's.
Since we don't have a jigger.
Did you try the sugar cube just on its own? Like, did you try just the sugar? Did you taste that? Did you try that?
It tastes like old fashioned sugar.
It tastes like sugar that's been slightly saturated in bitters.
I'm
That.
going to add a dash of the liquor here because we don't have any water.
Just to moisten it up.
Just to get a little moistened, and
Just
then I'm
to-
gonna. Right, because honestly, this is a stress test. I'm really trying to see how good this tastes. He just wants to drink it. It's free. He wants to taste it. Me, I'm over here like I want to see if this is good. If you give this to your friend who doesn't know about cocktails and he might not have ice cubes, but he has some whiskey, it may be a cold glass, and him and his friend are doing a podcast.
No, see, I am just taking a different approach, and instead of doing the thing where it's like you put a little bit in and then get it to dissolve in the little bit of whiskey, I put all of the whiskey in, and now I'm just gonna, and now I'm gonna make sure that it dissolves into the big amount of whiskey. You know, you're doing the little and then the lot, and I just went the straight lot. So
Whoa, this smells like bubblegum.
wow, that's woody. That's interesting. It isn't dissolving as quickly as maybe I needed it to. Maybe I should have
Can I get that whisk?
dissolved it into. Oh, you want the whisk?
Por favor. This is peak comedy.
Whisk.
Wait, how much do you have? How much do I have? Oh, you want a little bit
Yeah. Wait, do I want a little bit or do you want a little bit? Okay, we're about samesies now, right? No, yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's
peak comedy. You're here with us behind the bar. Leave me alone.
And so I like to do what's that one scientific thing where it just kind of takes a beaker and puts it like jostles it on just like a little. You seen those? No, not a centrifuge.
No. It's a vibrator. It vibrates it. That's what you can also do for perfumes. It's like a little surface, and it vibrates, and it makes like a funnel. Because of the vibration pattern, and it's just like a flat surface, and it agitates it.
I thought, isn't there one too where it's like you put like a little pill in the beaker, and then there's a magnet underneath of it, and it spins the pill around in its magnetic waves.
This is definitely not dissolving. Maybe we should have done the instructions, but you know what?
Magnets are fucking lit, dude.
Magnets.
How do they work? All right, already I kind of like the infused cubes for just their ease of, like, you just boom done. Well,
yeah, I need multiple things. I need to shake. I need 2 sets of ice.
Yeah, this is kind of what I like about the sugar cubes is they're actually pretty pocketable. So like, this might not be.
You know what? Whoa. That is much better than that. Yeah? That's fine. Yeah, even without completely shaking it, slightly chilled in the glass without the water.
I'm almost all dissolved. So just give me a. I'm so close.
I figure what it is is that like, I don't know, old fashioned. If you want a old fashioned that tastes like chocolate and candy, then don't drink an old fashioned. Get like a cocktail. I'm not insulting you or nothing. I'm just saying, get a cocktail that make this tastes like whiskey with some sugar and some bitters. That's an old fashioned. I don't know. How do you mess it up?
Well, we've talked about this on the show before. One of the original cocktails dating back to the old saloon times is people would just take like a little lump of sugar and a little dash of bitters. They would dissolve the sugar in the bitters and then add the whiskey. Bing, bang, boom. You got yourself a cocktail.
Get yourself a little rock and rye.
And that's kind of exactly what this is trying to emulate. I'm about dissolved here. I'm going to give it a little.
Well, it's like chocolatey.
Yeah, that's ding dang delicious. Wow.
Does it just say old fashioned?
Yeah. I think the chocolatiness that we're getting is a little bit from the cherry whiskey.
Yeah. This is delicious. This is great. I've never gotten chocolate from that whiskey before. So if this brought that out, then amazing.
Fantastic.
This is great. Holy crap.
I think
too,
with the infused sugar cubes, like I said before, it's something that like you can kind of keep on you if you're going to a party or something. Like
you got to keep that thing on you.
You keep that. There's a discretion to it where you're like, oh, I'm going to go to maybe a house party, and I don't know if they're going to have like
You don't want to be stuck making cocktails.
You don't want to be stuck making
the minute
cocktails.
somebody
but
sees you making a cocktail.
But you want to be slightly elevated cocktail drinking experience than everyone else that's there. Like, you don't want to just rip shots, but you want to have like a nice whiskey neat, and all they got there is like maybe some bargain brand bourbon, and you're like, hey, let me just bloop, discreet, just swirling around a sugar cookie, and now you got a delicious old fashioned on your hands.
Here you go. You're at a party. Here you go. You're at a party. That cute MB that you've been talking to is there. You want to go over and talk about Sonic the Hedgehog or something. Or what else do MBs talk about? Eat hot chip. Don't clean room. Sonic the Hedgehog. You go over there, and they don't want to have a beer. They want to have a Manhattan or a Moscow Mule. You pull a nip out of your pocket.
Yep.
Right? You grab a solo cup. You throw the cube in there.
You say, "Don't worry, I got you."
You get a little ice. You swirl it. Bam! You got yourself a elevated, like an actual, probably better than a bar.
Can you imagine rolling into a house party and just being all Inspector Gadget of cocktails and being like, out of your sleeve, sugar,
Chandler,
out of your pocket.
I literally bring everything with me everywhere. Okay, if I'm at a house party, I'm gonna have a computer with me. I'm gonna have cooking utensils. You ever see somebody pull a bread knife out at a party? Somebody's like, "Man, I need to cut bread."
And you're like,
and I was like, "Whoa!"
serrated or
actually, this one has two right there, and you can actually do this, and the other side, it's a steak knife.
That's pretty badass. That's pretty badass. I have been described as having Boy Scout energy at parties. Like, I think that's just because I like to carry Tums with me, and
somebody's like, I have my IBS.
Do you need a Tums?
Do you need a Tums?
I've actually been in the habit of keeping it's a little travel size thing of specifically the smoothie Tums, because they're the best Tums.
I gotta get those now.
I
gotta upgrade my game.
They're not as chalky. They're a tad bit more kind of like Wonka bottle caps. Remember those?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
But do that, and then also keep a couple of ibuprofens in the same thing, and then maybe like a Dayquil.
I got you.
Some drastically different shaped.
I got you.
Meds.
I know the exact thing.
Yeah.
That you're missing.
Mushrooms.
The anti-nausea medication.
Oh yeah.
That
like
stuff.
It's
like the pill. You can get it from like Dwayne Reed. That stuff is so good.
Yeah.
It's next to the Motrin. Okay. The lotion. What else? Some batteries, a flashlight. You gotta have it. Your tummy hurts. You gotta have the Tums. But I always end up with the pink ones. Smoothie. I didn't even know.
No, those are. I'm telling you.
You ever give somebody the little teeny little Tums?
Oh, the teeny tiny Tums.
The little teeny tiny little hard ones.
Look, a Tums when in need is a good Tums to have. That or Pepsid. Pepsid is another one where you're like, if you're about to go out and you got some friends who are like, I don't know, my stuff. You hit them with a Pepsid and they're like, all right, let's fucking rally, boys.
We'll start Shelly, boys. Sell it. Well, I didn't say.
Dirty fucking dangles, boys.
Dirty fucking dangles.
Can I offer you a Manhattan cube now?
I love this, actually, because we all know that I used to not like Manhattans, but I've changed. I think I just didn't like Manhattans the way I'd had them. Oh, this is a much harder cube.
Yeah, it's a much denser cube. And as a traditional Manhattan, I think we should go with the rye for this one. This is 24 grams.
That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to muddle it. I'm just going to, because I feel like last time it worked.
Saturate a cube with 1 ounce of hot water. Muddle until cube is syrup. Add 2 ounces rye whiskey. Dilute to taste. Pour over ice. No, but here's the thing.
This is pretty...
I did try that exact same method, and it yielded such a watery substandard.
Like this. It's like this. They think that you want something. I don't hate the Herb and Lewis blood orange bitter infused ice cubes, right? But I think that it's meant for somebody who's never really actually had an old fashioned. That's nice. It's cute. It tastes fine. It tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I had fun drinking it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. I don't think it soured the
because
my beveraging experience.
This whole thing is 8 ounces. If they get, and each one is 0.85 ounces. If they give you 0.5 ounces, you'd probably realize that you're spending too much money.
So how many of these would I have to have before I got fucked up?
Infinite.
So
Infinite.
There's actually not any
There's
alcohol.
there is some, but
In
it's scientifically small.
In this
it's
guy?
from something. It's gonna be from there's alcohol in everything. You'd have to literally have your whole life in alcohol.
Okay,
What's in there?
each one of these is 1.5 ounces. Each cube. Wait, no,
No.
it's saying never mind. It's saying a cube. Pair it with a shot.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Each
I
0.85 ounces.
Yeah, okay.
Right there. Net weight 0.5 ounces. Yeah. Come on.
Net and Wayhoo.
Look, this is what it is. Let's see. Filtered water, sugar. Okay. The natural alcohols that are inside of fucking these sodium, the ginger root that has ginger root extract, a little bit of alcohol. You drink 15 tons of this, you'll get a buzz.
A whole buzz?
15 tons though.
That's it? I can get through 15 tons in a day.
I definitely put more than you.
Oh no, I'm doing I'm trying your method where I dissolve it a little bit and then I'm trying it and then I'm gonna add more.
This smells. Oh, whoa, that smells nice. Actually, nice.
Wow.
That's really pungent. Yeah, I think because we drink and we do drink craft cocktails, we drink straight liquor, that changes the whole experience, right? Because a lot of people, right, might not like the way that I make my old fashioned.
They
but
say, this tastes like alcohol.
But I put 3 ounces in mine. If you make one at 1.75 ounces or at 2 ounces, you know what I'm saying? If you make an old fashioned with 2 ounces, a lot of people will like it. They'll grow to like it maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this is meant to be more casual, I think. That's what they want. But you can adjust to taste, dilute to taste.
So with the old fashioned, I get the sugar cube kind of approach there because it's like, all right, you just need a little sweetener, a little bit of bitters, bing, bang, boom. You put that in a cube. There you go. With a Manhattan, though, what goes into that? James, tell the folks, tell us here in the studio, tell the folks at home what goes into a Manhattan.
It's the worst stuff, but also the best stuff.
What counts as the worst stuff?
First, it has
Racism. What?
Rye whiskey.
Oh.
Right?
I thought you were going with a different R word.
Whoa. Then it has like sugar in it. And then I had too much to smoke. Wait, I know it. Fuck. I see it in my fucking mind. I see the bottle.
In the mind's eye?
I fucking see it. I see the fucking bottle.
I was hoping we'd have a little cheat sheet on the back of the thing.
No,
here.
I literally just made a Manhattan the other day.
You know what goes into
I
a
do know what
Manhattan.
goes into a Manhattan, but I've had too much to drink.
The difference
God damn it.
is the sweetener. Whereas in a what's it called? In an old fashioned, the sweetener is just sweetness.
Oh.
In a Manhattan, the sweetener is red vermouth.
Oh, God. No.
It's red
No.
vermouth and bitter.
It is, but it's crazy. Because, all right, okay. Now I need to explain myself.
Oh, God.
Because I feel shamed. I was thinking to myself, man, I might have had too much to smoke. And I was like,
But alas.
I know it's not fucking white vermouth. But I couldn't remember the other. I couldn't remember the name.
Damn.
I couldn't remember the color. I could not remember that the other one is red. I kept thinking, what is it? Rouge.
You could just say sweet vermouth.
Rouge.
And I would have given you the
No,
points.
but I thought I didn't know what the other color was. I didn't remember.
What are the 3 colors of vermouth, James?
Oh, this is white.
Yeah.
Rouge.
Uh-huh.
And then there's that other one that I've never really had. It's also it also looks white, but it's not really. It's like it's like green.
Come on, you know what that one is.
Blanc.
No.
No, that's the white one.
That's the white
What
one.
is the other one? I never used the other one. That's the one that you put in.
Well, if it's not sweet, what is it?
It's dry.
It's dry vermouth, baby.
Because I fucking the other. God, they're the same fucking color.
Wow. Wow.
They're the same color. Okay, and also I hate vermouth, which is the main reason we don't drink Manhattans.
Okay, Mister, I love a Negroni. I can't.
Okay.
I can't stop just shoving Negronis in my face.
Okay, but in the Negroni book,
Yeah.
you know what I do? I'll be honest. When I make the Negronis, okay, which we need to do a bunch of Negronis now because of the book. When I do the Negronis,
Because it says the book, we got to do a bunch of them.
I put way less vermouth.
How much is way less? A kiss of it?
So it's like when I make
A whisper?
No, you still have to put some, right? But when I do like a martini, I definitely it has to be very boozy for me because I only barely kiss the glass. I do like literally an eighth of an ounce. You know what I mean? But I did discover that fresh vermouth, like fresh chilled vermouth with the rye works. You know what I mean? I found that it does work with a nice vermouth when it's chilled. The minute it gets warm, there's a flavor that I do not like in it. Which is why
Are we talking about the Negroni or the Manhattan?
well, in both, really.
It's just sweet vermouth in general.
Yeah, it's just vermouth. For some reason, when it gets warm, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But chilled. But that's why in these nice places, when you get a martini, the glass is chilled.
You
like
know what
everything
we
is
really
chilled
need to-
significantly.
We also only ever have fucked with like Dolan's or
How the
like
fuck did I forget? Yeah,
Martini and Rossi. What we need
there's
to fuck
other
with,
ones.
what we need to fuck with is Antica vermouth. That's what we need. That's what we need to treat ourselves with.
There's a lot of vermouth. There's a
So
lot.
if you at home want to see us get freaky with Antica, send us a little antique kisses our way.
Believe I forgot that it's the color of the fucking vermouth.
So what do you think of the drink?
I'm anti vermouth. I'm vermouth racist.
He's,
I'm here to
he's
create.
a vermouthist.
I'm here to create a systemic, like, environment that makes people disparage and mistreat vermouth. Vermouth is barely any drinks. I say you want the minority to have a voice.
I mean, if we're being fully honest, vermouth is the only time vermouth is in drinks is kind of when they just need to appeal to that minority group of people who like vermouths.
This is good.
You know,
I'll say this. I try to make them. That's why I'm killing myself.
it's pandering to have vermouth in a cocktail.
It is pandering. It's pandering. It's funny as shit. I made a Manhattan the other day, and it was a little bit of the vermouth that was left because I've been trying to use it, right? And I thought it was okay, but I just kind of didn't like it. I like this better. But I think that vermouth was not that good. I think the vermouth was getting a little old. It was in the fridge.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I left it out once overnight. It's wine.
So in theory, this sugar cube is supposed to encapsulate the taste of a sweet vermouth.
Yep.
And bitters. My assessment, right here, right now, I like this more than I like a Manhattan.
Yeah.
Because it is not a Manhattan.
No, it's not a Manhattan.
This is an old fashioned.
You know what's crazy? I was gonna say this actually tastes
This
like
is also a Manhattan.
This actually tastes 100% like an old fashioned.
This tastes more like an old fashioned than
Okay.
the old fashioned
Have you-
cube.
Whenever you order Manhattan,
This is delicious.
and I know you've ordered one before, as have I. When you order a Manhattan, you really want an old fashioned.
You really just
you're
want.
thinking to yourself,
You order a Manhattan, but you really just want an old fashioned served up.
I want something else. You just you always order an old fashioned. Like you don't want a beer today.
You actually, you know what I want when I order a Manhattan. What I actually for realsies want is a sidecar. That's the itch that I think I'm scratching with a Manhattan.
I'm always
'Cause an
scared to
old-
order a sidecar.
You're scared to.
I don't want to be the person to skedaddle up to the bar and be like,
Can I get a
"Can I get
sidecar?
a sidecar?"
And then someone says, "What the fuck you think we're doing here, huh?"
What do you think? He's
Who do
like,
you-
all
who
I
do-
got,
who do
I
you
got
think you are?"
Guinness, I got warm Guinness and Coors Light.
I got warm Guinness on draft. I got Coors on draft. I got some Montauk's in a can. I got a bar full of whiskeys. And I got one vermouth. You want a cognac? Get out of here. What? You want a sidecar?
A sidecar and a French 75. If it's not on the menu, So a sidecar I've ordered. I've ordered,
Bro, I fucking love a French 75.
but I
though.
ordered a sidecar once, and they looked at me like I was crazy.
I would look at you with a sidecar is an essential cocktail.
It is.
A sidecar is like okay, a sidecar is the Cleveland Browns of cocktails, where it's like you have been here since the beginning, but no one respects you.
Yeah, nobody fucking respects a sidecar. For 75, if it's not in the menu, I'm not asking for it. If it's not
Yeah.
expressly on the, but a lot of places make bad French 75s. I think it's because the sparkling wine, the prosecco, or
Yeah.
whatever, it's left out.
You
You know what I mean? Because it's been
Yeah.
used, so it's not. You need the bubbles. You need the bubbles to be fresh.
You need a fresh bubble.
to be popping. Imagine this. Imagine a little bit of a prosecco, or imagine a prosecco or like a sparkling wine
Uh-huh.
with one of these cubes.
I
Am I wrong?
I like what I'm seeing.
Right? I feel like they're because it's nice, it's fizzy, it'll bubble. Maybe the old fashioned one because it's a little less strong as this one. It's a little softer,
Yeah.
right? So it'll dissolve a little bit better. And then by the time you're at the end, you can swirl the glass and you shoot it back.
Okay.
Brunch time special.
I have an idea. I need to lock this in because I want to
Okay,
try
so-
the Moscow Mule one, and then I'm gonna pitch you the idea afterwards. So remind me as we move on. Just say like, "Hey, Chandler, what was that idea you had that was like gonna blow everyone
Let's
out of the
drink
water?"
these.
Yeah.
And get prepared for that. You drink
Okay.
yours, and I'm going to. I know what vermouth is. Okay, I know what vermouth is. I just, for a moment, I don't like vermouth so much that I actually forgot the other colors of vermouth, and I didn't want to just say vermouth because he was gonna say, "What color?" and then I was gonna go, "I don't know."
Well, you just had this all planned out, didn't
God,
you?
God damn it! I really want to like Manhattans.
I
Just say I'm gonna
again-
shoot this. I really want to.
Again, I think this sugar cube makes a fantastic old fashioned.
Mhm.
I thoroughly enjoyed the drink that it made. I do not believe that drink is an old fashioned or is
Right
a
before you moved
Manhattan.
on, because we just said we should try other vermouths, right? What is it about vermouth that you do not like?
In most vermouths, I find them to be too salinic. There's a certain like in dry vermouth. Okay, I like a Blanc vermouth because it's got notes of like pear and apple, and it's got like those kind of light fruit notes.
It's
that
like
are like
white wine.
Yeah,
It
like
tastes like a fruity kind of
like a
almost
sweet,
dessert
fruity. Yeah,
white wine. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like to put it with I've put it inside a Sprite before. I thought that was like a splash of it. I thought it was really good.
red vermouth, I'm not against. I do find it in conjunction with Campari, it's not sweet enough to compete against the bitterness of Campari. So when there's cocktails that call for red vermouth and Campari to
Yeah.
kind of act as like this power couple,
Yeah,
it seems more like when the Campari just makes way more money than the sweet vermouth. And so like, the sweet vermouth kind of has their own projects, but you're like, we know who's financing it.
I like Campari a lot, but I agree. I like Campari. I think Campari is great, but I think that like putting or pairing Campari with vermouth for me is not a winning combination. However, I do agree. We always get Dolan. I also don't think we take really good care of the bottles.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And I think that probably leads to just some bad experiences. So I'm willing to get a nicer quality vermouth. I know some places have some custom vermouths. I know that's like a thing. Places make vermouths.
Ooh. Okay, so we're pulling out the Moscow Mule.
Oh, the Moscow Mule.
Look
Get your
at-
hand. You're gonna make it go out of focus.
Oh,
I'm gonna
I
beat
am
you
gonna-
up.
But look how pretty it is.
Wow, it has like a little. They
It's
put a
got
little
a-
food
It's
coloring
got
on
a
top.
sheen on it.
It looks like a Moscow Mule, like the cup.
It's copper like a
It's
like a
copper,
Moscow.
like a
That's-
Moscow Mule cup.
That's cute. Okay, that was all right. Okay. That
Right? That sold me.
I'm
I just
I'm
say-
back on board.
I think I'm not hating on Herb and Lewis infused ice cubes. If you work there, I'm sorry. But I really think, what's the name of this? I didn't even realize we said the name.
You said
Oh
it
yeah,
was
T
like
Pressa. Yeah.
I'm so T-pressed right now.
So we're doing Jose Cuervo, the
Oh yeah, we're doing this in a Mexican mule style
Ooh.
with Jose Cuervo Tradicional and Yeho.
Ooh, here you pour. That's
Do
tasty.
do you want all in one or do you want?
No, just just hit it. Whoa, that cube is nice. It's citrusy. It's sweet. Oh, it tastes gingery. I'll be honest. The only thing I think I'm gonna miss is the ginger, the seltzer.
I need to taste this cube before I get it all saturated. Oh god, I soaked this cube.
That'll be all right. I think it needs. I think, man, it sucks. I like the bubbles. I know when you go. That's why. So I actually went to Applebee's.
Oh, that's lemon or lime.
Yeah, it's really citrusy.
Limey.
I went to Applebee's yesterday, right? Because I'm like, so we go to Applebee's, and I'm like, we have some cheap cocktails. I was like, fine, it's not really good, but it's not bad. Dude, $5, $8. Like, we had 6 cocktails. It was $41. It's not, but like,
How big were the cocktails?
they're pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're like,
That's not bad.
yeah, you can see them because
What'd you get, a Santa Fe salad?
So I got like they have a $5 punch, but they don't batch it there because it's a smaller Applebee's. So like a few people ordered it, and then I watched him pour a bunch of shots into like a thing and shake it up. So like it's like significant. The problem is the quality control of the cocktails wasn't really good. That's the problem, right? So the liquor content actually was fine, but pardon me, but the colada was like, he had the batch brew, blend a bunch. And that means that like this one tasted boozy, but somebody probably got one that wasn't as boozy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the night, I got, they have a mule section, and it's like Moscow Mule, and then they say like a tequila mule, because I guess they want to make sure that I don't know if Mexican mule. It was pointed out to me earlier that could actually be a pejorative. I never really considered that.
Oh, because of the cartels?
Yeah, I had never considered that. I don't really think that's really even a thing, but it was brought to my attention, and it makes sense because then right after I go to Applebee's, and they have Mexican mule, and then they have a tequila mule,
Or they had the Moscow mule and a tequila mule.
yeah, a Moscow mule and a tequila mule, and so and actually, I was the first one to order one in a while, so he cracked open a fresh Fever Tree.
Ooh,
Right?
okay.
How do you beat fresh Fever Tree with whatever tequila they use? You know what I mean? You can't beat that.
No,
and that's the problem I think I'm going to have with this.
using premium ingredients.
I think the problem I'm going to have with this is also Applebee's uses regular liquor.
But
they even use a
we're
regular.
using a good tequila.
We are, but
And
I like the bubbles.
I'm curious if like this particular thing, maybe the sugar cube has more flavor in it, expecting us to use like a vodka or something. But also, I wonder, because a Moscow Mule isn't as liquor forward as a Manhattan or Old Fashioned. No, still 1 ounce of hot water, muddle cube into syrup, and add 1.5 ounces vodka.
I bet you if we did the recipe.
Oh, and then it says add 4 ounces of club soda.
Yeah, because you need the sparkling.
You need the sparkle.
The sparkling is important for the mule.
Don't make sparkles, it don't make shine.
Making this without the liquor is probably equivalent to the same proportion as here.
Wait,
which is about 1 ounce.
Okay.
So like it's like the water and the flavoring.
Yeah.
If you put the water that
it's supposed to make a syrup.
Yeah. So if you pick the water that the water amount that they want, in the cube before the liquor and anything else, it's probably just above 1 ounce.
This has a lot of bits and
it's because of the. I'm gonna be honest. I was thinking about that.
It's got a lot of detritus.
It's because of the food coloring top.
This is kind of haze. I think it might be like bits of the lime.
You think? Oh, it is. Oh my god!
I think it actually might be bits of ginger and lime. That's kind of neat.
You know what? I like that.
I respect that.
I'm gonna be real. Those kind of things are cheap. There's also like, what do you call like there's gonna be some bits of ginger left over, right?
Pulp.
The pulp and stuff. Why not chop that up and throw that in there for a little texture to create what I think would be an elevated. You know what? I like these a lot. I know we've been fucking around with them, but I feel like
we've been
at like a high level, actually doing the instructions, but measuring out a little bit more with the liquor and the water to make sure it works for your taste.
Yeah.
I feel like these would create a craft experience, whereas I think following the instructions on the Herb and Lewis wouldn't. If you want to see, what you looking for? I got stuff in there.
I was seeing if there was seltzer in there.
No, just tonic in there.
Nah. Anyway,
Clink clink.
clink clink for the
Well,
tequila.
it smells tequila, but there's tequila in it. No shit, Sherlock.
It does smell pretty limey though. Like,
I don't know, but here's the
I'm
thing.
getting a citrusiness on the nose.
I like this. I can't imagine adding seltzer and make it watery.
But it's a Moscow Mule.
But am I wrong? You just had it. It's very sweet. It doesn't have as much ginger.
It doesn't have the ginger bite that I would want from like a good Moscow Mule.
If you add, but that's like brown sugary. You taste that?
It's a bit molassesy.
It's like molasses, it's like caramel.
Again, I think these sugar cubes. If I were the branding marketing team for T-Spressa's Luxe Sugar Cubes, I would say all of these are old fashions, except two of them. One's like a cherry old fashioned, and then one is like a lime old fashioned. Like I would do, instead of doing like, this is what this cocktail is supposed to be, this is what this one's supposed to be, I would say everything's an old fashioned. Now here are just some fun variation, because this tastes more like a lime and ginger old fashioned than this blood orange and ginger infused cube tasted like an old fashioned. This tasted like a cocktail. This tasted like the what we want in
I agree.
in an old fashioned.
I'm gonna throw a curveball at you because we're running out of time there. I'm seeing a little battery looking a little designed over there. So I feel like we need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
And so I want to know if you had to pick. I'm making you pick. Somebody you love gave you this, and somebody you love gave you this.
Who do I love more?
Who do you love more?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with the person who gave me the sugar cubes one. Sorry, Mom and Alan.
Oof. Oh damn!
Whoops. Didn't mean
the
that.
mother uncle.
Yeah, my monthcle. I have to go with. Actually, I think Alan gave me both of these. Like
Alan's nice, man. It'd be really nice to meet Alan and hang out at your house when I go visit that area.
Yeah.
Chandler.
It's we need to make a trip to Las Vegas. Is what we need to do.
We definitely do.
But that's beside the point. I think,
and this is behind the bar.
Are we closing?
We gotta
wrap.
Look at that.
We got. Okay. All right. We're wrapping.
I see red.
Oh God,
Or orange.
he's going into a rage.
Do you see orange?
I see orange.
That's bad.
We're getting there. I think
I'm in a rage.
With these sugar cubes, I think they are the more fun, more novel. I had a more like, ooh, let's try this one, let's try this one, let's try this one with these ones than I did with the infused cubes. I think the infused cubes were a fun novelty, but the novelty wears off very quick. The excitement of the novelty of the sugar cubes was much more prolonged, and I think one way to enhance them would be to advertise them all as old fashions, but different flavor emphases.
Oh yeah.
And I think one thing that would also make this fun is if they made more of the sugar cubes with edible glitter, so that as you kind of
I can see that. Yeah.
make it like swirl it around, you
The
see
Moscow
like
Mule has bits in it.
it's got the little bits. I think the edible glitter, a tad bit more saturation of the flavor, because I think the actual old fashioned one, the one that was like kind of breaking apart on us, was the best tasting, but I think they all had fun, unique flavors and brought their own vibe. However, they did all kind of boil down to an old fashioned.
You also get more. It feels like less waste because this just feels like 6 big plastic things with a little bit of liquid in them.
There were initially 6 cubes in each of these, so you can essentially have 18 cocktails out of these cubes. All right, final assessments. Since you're so busy,
I don't want the camera. I don't want the camera to turn off.
Oh, I just need to hurry this up.
God. You know, I spoke to ChatGPT earlier today for a thing. I'm writing an article, and ChatGPT knows about Beyond the Bar, and it thinks that it's a half an hour.
Good lord.
Yeah, I just like this, and I like that you shared it with me. And I really appreciate that.
If I were to get you something like for a gift-giving occasion up in the near future, which of these would you prefer to receive?
Oh, you already fucking know it'd be this guy.
Yeah.
Especially because the mule, I'm also getting some citrus.
Yeah, it's
It's very citrusy, but it's not really a mule because the concentration of the flavor is not enough. But
it's slightly limey, slightly gingery, and the lime with the tequila blends better than if I were to do the Manhattan or the old fashioned with the tequila. And I think I
agree.
We made all of the right choices with how to pair these cubes with the boozes that we had.
If you want, perhaps, for us to produce something like this, but better, you could always leave a comment section. You could always leave a comment in the
comment section
below. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. That's what.
Ding.
That's
neat.
That's what I wanted to do. God dang it! Listen, okay, I'm trying to be the responsible one. Okay. What? Oh, that's.
Why are they laughing?
Why are they laughing?
Why are they laughing?
I meant to go like this.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this odyssey of cocktail gifts. This has been a fun endeavor that we got to take together. Remember to tune in next week when we do it all again with something completely different. I've been one of your gracious hosts, and my name has been Chandler Phillips.
My name is James Beery.
What, you're not another gracious host?
I am the most gracious.
I am the gracious.
I am the most gracious. Listen, brother, you keep talking to them white girls. I can't say nothing to you.
How do we close this one off?
God damn, you know what? I feel like
ring a ding ding and let that booze sing.
I like it. Something's wrong with you. I don't feel like